We are
the Soca analyst.
You know what it is? It's Richie, Mr. Culture Advocate.
And it's Kendrick's the CDO, the Chief Drinking Officer of the Remonstration of Culture.
And we're coming at you today with some important knowledge. Immigration! Know your rights, my Caribbean people, my Caribbean immigrants. We're giving you some knowledge so you can know your rights with all the crazy shit that's happening right now.
We're the culture advocates, all right? So, hear the thing, boy.
Perfect. It can be like... All right. Cheers, man. All right. We're drinking white oak. We're drinking white oak.
We're drinking white oak.
So we just came from something called the Immigration Know Your Rights panel. It was sponsored by one of my closest friends named Aminta Kilawan. She's actually
doing big things,
big and great things for Caribbean people here in South Ozone Park, Queens. You guys look her up on Facebook. She has her organization is called Sadhana Coalition of Progressive Hindus. They do a lot of community work. They do a lot of outreach to try to help Caribbean people and really bolster our people in the community, get ourselves up there, uplift ourselves. So she sponsored and put together a really great forum with some people to get us some info.
Government people, lawyers and stuff. Because we're Caribbean people and we're in New York City, and New York City has one of the largest Caribbean populations. Yep. Mm-hmm. So this is an issue that affects us and affects us all. Yeah,
and I'm sure for a lot of you guys following us right now in Trinidad, I know a lot of you got a lot of family over here in New York. It's one of the first places where people come to, if you're someone coming from the Caribbean. So we want to give you some information because shit is crazy right now. And, shit has been crazy, don't get me wrong, but shit is crazy right now. Right?
Young Trumpito is wildin'.
He's going in. He's deporting all the people. If y'all saw our last podcast, Soca Defenders, you know what Trump was saying.
He doesn't like the rum and roti economy.
Exactly. Right. Okay, he's trying to get rid of all of that.
And you could say he's going full blitzkrieg on Caribbean people.
Exactly.
That was a Nazi reference. He fucks with Nazis.
Hard body.
Just like sitting right next to him. For real, he really is blitzkrieg. He's the first politician to do what he said he was gonna do.
Yeah,
which is fuck all y'all.
So those of you guys who don't know, there's an organization out there called ICE, and pretty much their response. It's a federal government organization, right? Yeah. And pretty much they're responsible for pretty much what they do is they track the immigrants down, specifically those with a criminal record.
Hunting, gotta deport something, gotta deport something.
Exactly. So this is what ICE,
the rum that you're drinking. You don't pay no tax because you're
exactly. So these two people right now, they're on some real hunting down these minorities. So we want to give you some information. So the very first thing that you should do if you're an illegal immigrant and
New York City,
New York City,
we had to specify because this is more New York City based.
We have different laws from everybody else in America.
So there's a lot of things that other people won't have access to. So it's more New York City based.
Exactly. So the number one thing that you should do is, when people confront you in New York City, if you are an immigrant, and if you're illegal, you don't have a passport. You don't even have a New York State ID, but that doesn't mean that you can't have any form of ID. So one of the things that they said,
ID.
Yeah, you need to get the ID. Show them your ID now, just like Ricardo Drew says.
He was
right?
telling you, man.
So
you get your ID NYC, right?
Yes.
ID NYC.
It's called ID NYC.
And the biggest thing why we're telling you to get this ID NYC is because they don't ask your status. They don't even care about your status. So the big reason why we're like, show them your ID now, because if you don't show them your ID at the door, they're gonna arrest you. Yeah. All right. And the thing is, there's a lot of things that are being decriminalized right now in America, and New York City, can't really speak for America. There's wild, stupid stuff like loitering, riding your bike, blah blah blah, and something small like that could deport you. Yeah. Because the thing is, this is who ICE targets. They want people with criminal. If you have a criminal record, right? Those are the people that are you're more likely to be targeted by ICE. But it's any criminal. It's not I was.
It's not just a federal, or it could be anything, just like a misdemeanor.
Loitering.
Because it's on record and they can come after you for it. They want that, and they want people who have already been issued like a deportation status by a judge.
Order.
Okay, so once again, if you're an immigrant and you have some type of criminal activity on record, ICE is more likely to come after you. And also, if you've already got like a deportation order.
So if you have like no like criminal record, and then when we say criminal, this is negative thing of criminal, like, oh, I didn't shoot anyone, blah blah. It's not about that.
It's not about that.
It's really they're getting people off the little things.
Yeah,
you know?
because all that shit, like I said, is in the database and it's on record, and they have access to it.
But there are ways you can get rid of that.
Absolutely.
And we'll speak about that
Yeah.
later.
So yeah, like I said, first thing, get ID NYC. It's important because they won't ask you for your immigration status,
and it avoids you from getting arrested. So that summons doesn't take you to court. A lot of things when you do a little thing like loitering, riding your bike on the sidewalk. New York has wild, stupid laws.
Yep.
So if you get, accused of something like that, it'll be a summons. You show them your ID now, and then you can go to court, and they'll never ask about your status. So you don't have to reveal that. But if you get arrested, they do the whole fingerprinting thing, and they realize, yo, whose man's is this? They're gonna be on you.
Yeah. So how do you get this ID NYC? It's pretty easy. You just got to make a phone call. You could call 311 for more information. Just ask them that, say that you want to get ID NYC. Or you could call the mayor's office of immigrant affairs directly. During their work hours, which I'm assuming, I don't know for sure. I'm assuming it's going to be maybe from like 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Call them at 212-788-7654.
But the main important thing I want to let you guys know that they also have an online portal. So, because it's a lot of, you got to fill a lot of thing out, and it's just...
Yeah, they're going to ask you for
you know how those city government things, it's wild, necessary long.
Yeah.
So, it's better, like, if you can do it online, and then you do it online, and then you can just show up at the office after you're done, and then it's in and out real quick. It's not DMV stuff.
And for also the people who who don't speak English, they also have they have the same thing in different languages. So
what's like 28 different
languages?
I
think it's like 25 to 28 different languages. All of that will be available on their website and also when you call them. So like I said, most important thing, get that ID. So it's when someone comes up to you, and they're like, show them your ID now. You got it. You set. All right.
Not a vagabond. All right.
Exactly.
Cares what Ricardo said.
Yeah. Exactly.
All right, so that's one of the main things.
Yeah.
The lawyer.
Yes, legal services. So what do you do now if, ICE comes to you and you need legal aid, you need legal counsel. And the one thing that I know everybody's always concerned about is money, because as immigrants, we don't have a lot of money.
We're working hard.
We're working hard. And in case you guys know, immigrants earn $100 billion for New York City, okay? And
that's 1/3 of the money the city makes. So.
Exactly.
And if they say, all you immigrants do is steal your jobs, maybe we are stealing your jobs, bitch.
Yeah, we make more money than you anyway, bitch.
And the thing is about a lot of undocumented immigrants, they actually still pay taxes.
Yes.
A lot of you don't realize.
Yeah, they do still pay taxes.
It's crazy. You don't get none of you don't benefit most of the tax stuff, but they're still
making you pay it. In
fact,
fact,
still doing their part.
Immigrants pay $1.1 billion in taxes per year.
In New York City.
In New York City, okay. Right. I don't know exactly how they're being taxed, but I'm sure it comes from sales tax. Yeah. Whether you just go to the store and buy something, you're still being taxed. So
they pay Medicaid and they can't even get it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's pretty much like their situation.
So for legal services, what can you do? What are the things you're supposed to do? This is coming from
this is from the mayor.
Yeah, this is coming from the office. I'll let you guys know. This is all coming from the what's that business card at, yo? This shit right here. It's coming from the New York City office of the mayor. Yeah, office of the mayor. Exactly. This
is what they tell you.
This is the information that they've given us.
And
right?
we're telling you what we think is most feasible.
Yeah, what we think is the best option based on the information they gave us. All right. So what you're supposed to do for a legal service, for free legal services, you call 311, dial 311 on your phone, and you say the word Action NYC, or you can say legal help. Okay. And what they'll do is they'll give you the locations of places that you can go to for immigrant legal consultation. It's all supposed to be 100% free, okay? So if someone is trying to charge you, they're fucking scamming you, okay? So make sure you know that as an immigrant, as an illegal immigrant, you can still get 100% free legal help. There are lawyers out there, immigrant lawyers, who will help you. The Brooklyn Defenders is one of the biggest ones.
Brooklyn
So
Defenders.
definitely look up
There are
Brooklyn
actually
Defenders.
people out here doing good work.
Yeah, doing really, really good
Some
work.
people are faking it, but some people are really here for the
Exactly.
cause,
Yeah. And the other thing, they won't ask you, for your.
They'll never ask you.
They won't ask you for really information that you don't want to disclose. They won't ask you for money and stuff like that. So yeah, if you're an immigrant and you need legal help, like the first thing you need to do is get an immigration attorney. All right. So we already said Brooklyn Defenders is one of the main ones.
Thing is real important. They don't ask about your status. That's what we're really most concerned with, because they be like, oh, just go do this and go do that. And it's like, yo, I'm not putting myself at risk, because it's scary. It's scary to be
absolutely.
out
You
here.
don't know who to trust.
Yeah,
you
they're
don't
all
know who to
hunting.
trust.
So you got to look for things where they don't reveal your status, where you can be safe. That's why we specifically say get the NYC ID.
Yeah.
Because remember, if you don't got an ID and they get you for some BS, these people are wilding out the streets. These cops are wilding. They get you for any little thing, and you don't have ID. They saw you littering and he wants to be a dick, or you saw you jaywalking, which they don't enforce unless they want to be a dick. That's an arrest. But if you show them your ID, they can't tell anything. They can't say anything.
Exactly.
Just don't say anything.
Yeah.
And I know it's kind of scared, because it's like they might try to intimidate you, blah, 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 but just stay firm and don't say anything.
Exactly. So the ways that you can get legal help, like we said, you can call 311. But we know how 311 is. You know what I mean?
It's they're not the best service.
They're not the best service.
But
you know what I
it's
mean?
like your only. It's like one of your only
Yeah.
choices. But there's a lot of people doing.
If you don't want to do 311, y'all can do the BRONX Defender Service, or y'all can do the Brooklyn Defender Service. Their website for the Brooklyn Defender Service, I highly, highly recommend them, because when we were at the panel, the representative there, she really gave us.
She kept it real.
She kept it really real.
There were people from the mayor's office doing the PR.
Yeah, they weren't doing like that campaign PR shit. She actually kept it real and gave us a lot of information.
This is what it is.
So.
That's what you need to do. And there's actually a lot of stuff out there, but we don't know how to find it.
Yeah.
We don't know how to find it. That's why we're doing this, to give you some idea.
Yeah, exactly.
So you don't feel helpless.
Exactly. So how do you contact Brooklyn Defender Service if you're an immigrant and you need legal help? If you can get access to their website, it's bds.org. Or if you want to call them, you can call them at 718-254-0700, okay? And their email is info@bds.org. They're located near J Street Metro Tech. They're at 177 Livingston Street, 7th floor in Brooklyn, New York, right near J Street Metro Tech. All right. So definitely hit them up if you're an immigrant and you need free legal help.
My advice, any immigrant, you should just get it just to check to make sure you don't have that old deportation order. Because the thing is, a lot of people don't know. A lot of people don't know that they have this deportation order. So if you call them up, they do it for free. That's the thing, because we don't have money to spend like that.
Yeah.
Legal help, that's mad expensive. But these people are they're doing it out of their hearts. There's actually a few people
they're
who
really
still
good
care.
organization. Yeah, 100%.
So you gotta check if you have that old deportation order, and if you do, the thing is they can help you.
And
get
really
rid of
important when we say this could be something. If it's a deportation order, but also even if you have a conviction from 15 to 20 years ago,
even if you're legal residents, they can still kick you out.
Yeah. So you need to go and you gotta talk to these people, because they can help you get rid of that shit, and this way you could stay here. You know what I mean? So definitely hit up Brooklyn Defender Services.
There's a lot of other things. Do you want to talk about LGBT?
Yeah. Oh well. First, let's talk about the if you're a parent.
Oh yeah,
and you have kids in school, because immigrants, we come over. One of the main reasons we come over here as immigrants is to give our kids the best opportunity.
It's quality
of life. What I mean? That's why our parents came over.
Quality of life, man.
So yeah, this is coming from a representative who did the Department of Education. So this is the information that she gave to us. Okay. So the one thing about New York City schools is that they do not ask about immigration status. Okay, so if you want to enroll your child in a public school in New York City, the school will not ask about your immigration status. Okay. More than that, ICE agents, all the people who are trying to kick you out of the country and shit, they can't enter schools without the proper authority.
Nah,
So
outta here, quiet.
what's the proper authority? They would specifically need a subpoena,
yeah, so
and that has
from
to
the
get signed
judge.
by a judge. So it's pretty hard for them to just straight up barge into your kid's school and just take your kids. The schools will not let them do that.
But there's one thing I'd like to let you guys know. If for some reason, worst case scenario, something happens to you, ICE gets you, you get deported. What you want to do at the school is update the emergency contact information. So you want to have multiple emergency contact information. This is worst case scenario, but we're telling you all this stuff so that scenario, we can avoid that. But, we know how the world is. Things happen. So if it does, you want just in case, just like, you got life insurance, all that other stuff. It's just in case. You want to have multiple contact information just so someone will take care of your kid. Because if that happens, what's going to happen to your kid? Your kid's just there. They don't know what to do with them because the person that they contact is gone. So maybe a babysitter, an aunt, anything.
Exactly, yeah. Definitely have a somebody that you can trust in case you get into trouble with ICE and they come after you. Have someone who can always look after your child, and definitely update that emergency contact info if you're by any reason detained. Other thing too, if your kid is a victim of bullying and racism, if your kid is in school and you got a bunch of people being like, you're a terrorist, you're and they're
build
telling
that
your kid all
wall,
this
build
shit.
that wall.
So there's something in public schools. It's called the Respect for All Liaison. When your kid is being bullied, do something about it. Don't just let it rock, because I can speak volumes on that on my childhood. It's not healthy, and it really fucking sucks. It really fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Like it's a lot more serious than fucking people make it out to be. It's not just fun and jokes. Like, this shit will actually affect your kid's mentality when they grow older. So look for the when if your kid comes to you and they're like, Jimmy came and he called me a terrorist, mom. Like, don't brush that shit off. Go to
it's serious. It affects
Respect
your
for
kids,
All
man.
Liaison. It's called the Respect for All Liaison.
Yeah, some of those kids, the white people, can be very, very vicious.
You gotta be careful.
I'm for some reason their kids learn how to do it earlier.
Yeah,
It happens young. They be in first grade.
Yeah,
and
you guys will be
don't.
surprised how quickly
young.
racism really takes
It
hold
hits your kids
with younger kids,
early.
and that's why Kendrick especially always pushes. How can we outreach to the kids
and let them know the culture,
Yeah.
so they have their own pride.
So instead of like teaching them hate and you got to teach kids their culture, teach them to be proud, to be Caribbean, teach them to if anybody steps to them and makes fun of them because of their skin or because of the food they eat, if they eat with their hands and they start calling you shit, teach your kids to be proud of their culture. And by that,
because they don't have spices.
They don't have it. Exactly.
They don't have
You got to
flavor.
teach your kids how unique and different they actually
That's right.
are. All right, that's the shit that as responsibilities as parents, you gotta throw out there.
Make sure they pounce on their bitch asses.
Exactly.
All right, but let's just say, okay, if you do get arrested, so we're talking worst case scenario right now. This is why we're trying to tell you, if you get that old deportation order, you have to know. Because if you do and you find out getting arrested, because that's who they're searching for, out of here. You don't even get a chance to go to a trial.
Exactly.
But if you have a green card, you can go to an attorney immigration court. And that's when you can, you can save yourself. We're trying to protect ourselves right now.
Oh shit, we didn't tell them about the naturalization process.
Oh, yeah.
Mention that.
Well, pretty much like, if you have nothing on you right now, you got to try to get naturalized. That's the safest.
How long do you have to be here for? Was it like
5 years?
Was it 5 to 10 years?
But we already know how that works. I know people who took 20 years, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But you just have to push.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely if you've been here for, between 5 to 15 years, get naturalization.
Even
Try to get
if you're a
naturalization.
legal resident, that's important. Don't think you're a legal resident, so you're safe.
Anything to give you some type of status other than just being illegal. Anything, whether it be like
Anything to protect
resident, naturalization, all of those things. get them because they'll just increase the chances of you being able to stay in America, and you'll have much more access to what is it, to just legal help, and you'll have a lot more rights than you would as someone who is illegal.
Mm-hmm. Oh, where's some other well, we could do there's some other special cases.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I remember the organization, but say for example LGBT. Well, we have his card. He fucking does this shit.
Yeah.
So say for example LGBT, or we know there's an issue in the Caribbean community.
Yeah.
Hating on gay people. And I know some of you, even in Charlotte's Bati Boy thing.
Yeah. Chichiman.
Yeah, Chichiman, all that.
The shit is in our music,
But, here at the Soca Analyst, sorry to disappoint. We're all about, equality out here.
Yeah, we're inclusive. We're not oppressors.
Yeah, I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah. Right,
so you could go beat a gay person down for whatever reason.
Yeah.
But we're not going to
support that. But we're not going to do that at the Soca Analyst. We'll actually shit on you for it.
Yeah.
So.
And we shit on you for using cake soap. Yeah. How dare you?
Y'all bleaching your skin to look like white people. What's wrong with you?
You don't even look like white people. You look like a vampire. You look like a dagger vampire.
Ashy as fuck.
Yeah. You look eternally ashy. Why you look like you was, doing bad man forward, bad man pull up in some baby powder? What's wrong with you? But listen. We're here for the people.
Yeah. So shout out to right now, if you're my LGBT Caribbean.
But the thing is if under, I forgot what she called it, but in certain circumstances, if you're gonna get deported, but you have the green card, so you can go to court, blah blah, and the place that they're sending you to is actually they're attacking these gay people. Why are you attacking them? You think he's gonna fuck you? Fuck out of here! But no. But that's because why are they attacking them? They're out there doing their thing, being beautiful. Leave me alone, bitch. I'm out here being beautiful, bitch. Leave me alone. But if they're sending them someplace where they can be attacked and killed, they can fight that. But she said, but the way she answered, she's like, the law's
weird, bro.
No, because you know how there's some laws that are kind of But what we're trying to say that there's some hope for you, and what you can look at. There's actually a Caribbean organization for LGBT
the
people.
first ever LGBT Caribbean organization here in Queens and South Ozone.
Yeah, it's called the Caribbean Equality Project. You give them their number.
It's the Caribbean Equality Project. If you all want to call them, it's at 917-853-7262. If you want to check out their website, it's caribbeanequalityproject.org. If you want to email them, it's info@caribbeanequalityproject.org. Okay, and once again, they're what happened? Once again, they're an LGBT Caribbean based organization. They can also offer you a lot of assistance, whether that be personal stuff, whether it be if you're someone and you want to start coming out, or if you just need help in general, or you just have questions. They're a good organization. They got your back.
And there's some other specific organization we can help you with. There's actually something called the Post Deportation Law Project. I think they're up in Boston. And pretty much if you were to get deported and you want to come back, how can you come back? What can help get you come back to America? So pretty much one of the things they can do, if there's something that shows extreme hardship for a U.S. citizen here. So say you're illegal, but your kid, that's the ICE.
My bad. I'll wait for you to go ahead.
So say if you're illegal, right? But you have your kid here. Your kid's a U.S. They're naturally born U.S. citizen. Pretty much what they can do, they can say there's a hardship clause, your kid's gonna suffer without you being here, and they can try to bring you back into the country. So the Post Deportation Law Project is something you'd like to Google and look into.
Yeah, it's dope. Let me just mention real quick if someone with mental disabilities. So yeah, if you need help and you're someone with mental disabilities, or if you someone very close to you, or one of your friends, they also need legal help. You can call the service. It's called the Mental Service Needs for. It's also, this information comes from the Office of the Mayor. Okay. So just know where it's coming from. Dial the number 1-888-NYC well. So that's 188. Let me actually see what is that like actual number? Yeah, yeah, because I want to give them the exact digits. I don't want to give them because sometimes people don't know English in New York, and you gotta like actually give them the actual number.
While he looks up for that, I'm gonna tell you another thing. So let's just say something happens to you. There's a crime that happened to you. And or something that has to do with the police, and you're scared to talk because of your status. So what you can do, actually, there's something called a U visa. This was the first time I ever heard of this. This is actually called a U visa, and it's something that can be granted to if you're a victim of a crime. Because we're domestic abuse, someone's beating you, blah blah blah. This is something that you can be granted to keep you so that you can still feel confident and still be safe. Like knowing that my status, I'm gonna be safe being in this country, even though I came here illegally, and I can still report these crimes.
Absolutely, yeah. So once again, for the if you're someone with mental disabilities or you need to help someone who has mental disabilities, the number to call for legal help and immigration status is 1-888-692-9355. Once again, that's the number. If you have mental disabilities and you need help with legal stuff when it comes to immigration, or if you need to help somebody who's in that situation. So definitely check it out.
So like, here's the thing, where you might came here legally, you may know someone who comes here legally, and you're a target. You're a target because we live in fear. We're scared to even go get the proper information to protect ourselves. So there are people who target us. So one thing what NYPD says so far, and the only reason why I'm gonna believe it, even though the mayor people say it, is because the lady from the Brooklyn Defenders also said it, because she's like one of the only people who felt trustworthy, is that they actually, like, big raids, they're actually not doing that. They usually do they come like individual.
Yeah.
So the place where they would look for you, where they try to get you, is when you're home.
When you're home at work.
Your workplace. Where's the other one? There's another place.
And once again, they specifically target people who have a deportation notice or someone who has some sort of criminal activity.
And it could be, it's not like I shot like 5 people.
Yeah, even if it's just a small misdemeanor, it's on record.
It's like I was riding my bike on the sidewalk type stuff. They're trying to get you out of here.
Yes, exactly.
So, and another thing you got to recognize, like, there's these other businesses in our own communities because we know.
Also, the courthouse.
Oh yeah.
So sorry guys. They'll come after. They'll look for you if you have a criminal record. If you have an issue for a deportation notice, and they'll be waiting by the courthouses. And then is there an instance they went into the courthouse?
Oh well, that was they got in trouble for that.
Oh, okay. So they're not supposed to. Yeah. At the end of the day,
we'll talk about that afterwards. Yeah, after we get the government information.
Definitely.
But yeah, so they say that they don't do raids. We already told you, show them your ID. But, in our community, there are people who take advantage of us. Because, like, we're here like, oh, my God, this orange Cheeto is wilding right now. What are we going to do, So, there's small businesses. They'll say, oh, yeah, hey, we give you a green card. We'll give you a green card and thing if you just give us a little money.
Yeah.
And the thing is, they're trying to take advantage of it because there's no such thing.
Yeah,
there's
fraud.
No such thing.
Fraud. Be wary of fraud.
Man.
Caribbean people, I love all y'all. But, we do got Caribbean people preying on Caribbean people out here.
Man.
Fucking motherfuckers be calling my house, yo. Calling my house. My poor mom, she's cooking curry. She answers the phone.
Sweet woman.
Yeah, it's the sweetest girl, you know what I mean? Then these people on the phone, like, oh, we know you're illegal. Yeah, we know you're illegal. You need to give us $2,000 and we'll report you. We'll report you to ICE. Luckily my mom being my mom, you know what I mean? She's smart, you know what I mean? She'll be like, "Okay, you fucking skunt," and then,
But if you don't have the courage to call him a skunt, you can still get him out the pocket. When you hit him up, you call Consumer Affairs. You'll be like, yo, this is the people trying to contact me, and it's going to be quiet for them, all right? So, if anything, call Consumer Affairs, get them checked out, because that's not a real thing.
Yeah, that's fraud.
And they're preying on their own people.
Exactly.
Well, we're about unity and culture.
Yeah.
Here.
All y'all Caribbean people who taking advantage of this ICE situation, y'all better stop, all right? Because you'll know when the roti shops start closing down, you ain't going to get your doubles no more.
Oh yeah, we could also talk about some of the
Oh wait,
assets.
the other thing, if the people doing fraud, if they come to you in person,
yeah, the house.
always ask them for their ID. Be like, show me your ID now. And
right.
if
You're a bouncer.
Exactly.
Debo.
Exactly. Take control of the situation. If someone comes to you and they say to you, "Hey, we need to see your ID," be like, "I have no reason to show you my ID. I want to see your ID
to your
first."
home.
Yeah, they come to your home. Ask them for ID first, because a lot of times you're getting a lot of fraud right now. And if these people can't present an actual ICE ID, right?
But here's the thing. It's ICE, but they can't come to your house like that. So they will impersonate. They will impersonate the NYPD. It's two separate things.
Yes.
The reason why the
mentioned that too,
NYPD doesn't care about like you guys, because they're not federal. They're the city.
I understand there's a lot of people don't know this, especially immigrants, is that the NYPD does not deal with immigration. Once again, NYPD does not deal with immigration. That's purely a federal government
That means
level.
the whole government.
The whole government for the whole country. NYPD, Trump's army, exactly. NYPD only deals with like local crimes in New York City. Okay.
So what the ICE would do, they will say they're NYPD, and it's illegal to do impersonation.
Yeah.
But because they're technically police officers, they can kind of get away with it.
Yeah.
But you can call it. They say you can call the cops on them.
Yeah, you can call the cops on them. Just straight up ask them for ID.
And if they don't show you, just be like, I'm gonna call the police.
Yeah.
I don't feel safe.
And most importantly, guys, like if you don't feel safe, lock your door, shut the door on them. They can't come into your house. All right. There was a thing where they told me if they try to force themselves into your home, like call the police like ASAP, like right away. But if you don't feel comfortable, close your door, lock it, call the police, because the police will come and they'll handle shit. The police will never ask you. NYPD will never ask for immigration status.
ICE comes up, you already know. And lock it, and lock it, lock it, and lock it, and lock it, and lock it. Oh God! Yeah.
All right, so
there was also some other things like what was that financial thing with your assets?
Oh yeah, that was coming from the consumer.
But if you make it's consumer affairs, right?
Yeah, that's that dude. He didn't really give a lot of information on that.
But he was just saying if you make less than 64K.
Oh yeah, that's important.
If you make less than 64K a year, so 64K or less, they can help you open a bank account and they give you free tax services. So for our immigration community, they be trying to take advantages and stuff. So, we may not be, bringing in, that Wall Street money, but if you can get something free, get it free.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
There's so many things out here, but they can't tell us centrally, and we'll get into that later.
Absolutely, yeah. Shit, what was that thing, man?
So we got.
Did we cover with all the essential shit? Let's just double check. I just want to make sure all y'all guys get the information.
Yeah.
Oh, also DACA is still a thing.
Oh,
yeah, DACA. Let me actually look up what that. I like the exact full ass word for it. What it is.
Is that thing on Obama? Oh,
yeah, DACA. There we go.
DACA.
Okay, for
Deferred
childhood arrivals.
Action for childhood arrivals. It protects the children. Tell them about it, bro.
Yeah. So pretty much, DACA is a federal immigration organization that started by Obama. A lot of people think that when Trump came in, that Trump would overturn this, but he didn't. It's still there. It's called DACA, the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals. It's an immigration policy that started with Obama in 2012, and it allows illegal immigrants who entered the country as minors, so we're talking kids,
children,
to receive a renewable 2-year period of deferred action from deportation. Long story short, and you also get eligibility for a work permit. So long story short, if you're a minor and you're
under the age of 17?
Yeah, I think maybe 18.
No, 17 or younger.
Is 17? Is 17 or younger?
Yeah, it's
okay.
like 18 adult here.
Perfect, yeah. So if you're illegal and you're under the age of 7, if you're 17 and younger, pretty much, if someone tries to deport you, you go to DACA. You go to them, and pretty much they will allow you to stay in the U.S. for 2 more years and get a job. So this way you can increase your chance of
getting a green card.
Yeah, getting a green card.
The main thing, we want you to get the green card, because when you get the green card,
you can get naturalization afterwards.
And when you're naturalized,
suck
my dick, Trumpito. Who gotta hear Trump?
So the main takeaway that I want to give, all my immigrants out there, that you guys are not 100% powerless.
Yeah,
like. Don't I know it's scary.
It is scary.
It is scary.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah, definitely. It's scary. Like it's so fucking scary now more than ever. But we want to give you as much information as we possibly can, because you guys, there are resources out there, and you take advantage of them. Take advantage of them.
So let's round it all up. What we want you to do: show them your ID now.
Yes, number one.
Which means IDNYC.
Number one. Get
main
IDNYC.
Thing about IDNYC, they don't ask your status. So what you want to do, you want to go online and do it. You go online and do it because you need to speed up the process. Then you'll find a location, you go to it, get your ID. They never ask your status.
Yes.
Number 2.
Wait. But just in case you don't have access to the internet, call them at 212-788-7654, okay? Get the ID.
Show them your ID now. Because if you don't have your ID, something as little as jaywalking, walking diagonally across the street, can diagonally get your ass out there. Because they want to deport you. They want to deport you. Let's see. Number 2. Attorney.
Attorney. You need to get an attorney.
So if you're if you're illegal or a green card, if you're not a legal permanent resident, even if you're a legal permanent resident, if you're not naturalized, you should get your status checked out. It's kind of like STD. Get your status checked out. Okay, that was not a good comparison at all.
But
no, but like,
the idea.
You get the idea. It's like,
you always want to have the information and know.
Because you don't want it to pop up. Because even you think, I'm a legal resident, I have a green card, nothing could happen to me. Though you might have an old deportation order on you. You might have a little infraction that you got. You're drinking, partying all day, you were peeing outside, and from peeing outside, you're back.
You're having your rum, and they came and they tried to deport you. So pretty much, how do you get legal help?
Rum from me.
How do you get legal help? This
Drinking outside the bar.
So
they come and take their rum from me.
They lock me up in a jail. They take away my rum, and all they have to do is take up ye. Soca tune coming at you.
This is the fuck Trump fuck I Soca Gold 2017. All right,
so pretty much,
serious.
How you get this legal help? First thing you want to do, first call 311. Okay, say the words Action NYC or legal help. Legal help from 3. If, like we said, we know 311 isn't super reliable. So what you want to do if that fails, go straight to Brooklyn Defender Services or Bronx Defender Services, depending on where you are, okay? If you need to call them, it's 718-254-0790, okay? They're open from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday.
They close on Saturdays, Sundays.
Yeah, they close on Saturdays and Sundays.
And holidays.
They're at 177 Livingston Street, 7th floor, in Brooklyn, New York, okay? Right by J Street Metro Tech. You can also call a hotline for immigration help. Like I said, is 1-800-354-0365 from Monday to Friday, okay? And this is safe immigration legal help. It's free. This is the 311 number also, okay? So call those 2 organizations if you need legal help and you're an undocumented immigrant.
All right, so we got the ID.
Yeah. Third thing, schools, right?
Schools, the schools is more just like,
update the contact info.
Update the contact.
Yeah,
and also you have to prepare.
Yeah, prepare.
If you're at risk,
make preparations.
If you're at risk,
be proactive.
And you did all that, you're at risk. Immigration, we have like illegal immigrants, they have assets too.
Yeah.
What are you gonna leave for your kids? Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you could talk to your lawyer about that, and your lawyer will help you get that all figured out. So ID, lawyer up, protect yourself. We're here to protect yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. Take care of your assets. I know we know how Caribbean people are. I know we're mad laid back. Sometimes we always chilling, or if we're working hard. We feel like we don't have time for these things, but Caribbean people,
you gotta make time.
I urge you now more than ever, because our parents did it for us. It's one of the reasons that we can sit here today and give you all this info. Is
we want to protect you.
Yeah, we're trying to protect you, and you got to look out. You got to plan. Yeah. Always have a plan. All right, always have a plan.
It can happen tomorrow.
As cool as it is to drink rum and listen to soca all day, you gotta have a plan. All right, you gotta have a plan. Okay.
Trump is wilding.
Trump is wilding right now.
Blitzkrieg.
Exactly.
All right. So main thing too. We're giving you this information. Outreach, man.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%.
This is what this is pretty much, is outreach.
Yes. The third thing that I wanted to say, especially the one thing that I learned from going to this panel today, is outreach, especially to people in your community.
They're more important for you.
Absolutely, because go Paul. We got to mention go Paul, bro. Got to mention go Paul.
So we're gonna first let's talk about the event. Now that we gave you the facts.
Yes.
Let's talk about how we felt about the event.
Yes.
Because it
says
says a
make
lot.
Sure we gave them all of that. I just 100% want to make sure we gave them all the facts. I think we got everything. The legal services check. Services check.
There are some certain truths that
DACA,
that were clearly evident at this panel. Because it was a diverse group. Shout out to Minty. She did a good thing.
One thing I just do want to say too. If there's anybody out there who's multilingual or bilingual, Soca analysts, we need your help, because we actually want to make a PDF or some type of printed document where it's really simple for everyone to understand, and we want to do it in more than one language.
Because this will translate into where we're going next. One of the things is all right, there's all these different organizations, but where do we go?
Yeah, where do we go?
We work. You probably work 6 days a week, right?
Yeah.
Where do you go? Because they do this one specific thing, they do this specific thing, and this is actually we're gonna go straight into slandering.
Let's go into it. Go Paul. Talk about Paul, bro.
Well, I'm talking about this real quick. That at the panel there were some people from the mayor's office, all right, and then there's one person who just came through straight with it, like, this is what it is.
Brooklyn Defender Services.
Yeah, Brooklyn Defenders.
Shout out to Cat Russell.
All right, but pretty much this is the stuff that we're telling you at the end of the day. ID, lawyer, check yourself, and then see where to go from there. Which is pretty much what we just said for 40 minutes. But it's it's serious, because some of these people, I asked her, hey, there's a lot of information here, and as an immigrant, some of us, we're scared to go out here. Mm-hmm. We think that, they're hunting. Hunting.
Have to find something. Yeah.
So, they're trying to deport something. So I asked her, is there a place where I can go and there's, it's easy layout where you can be like, okay, so I'm an immigrant in this country. I have a green card. I have a misdemeanor. Where do I go for help? And then they could probably direct you to this organization, this link. And you know what she said? She gave you that condescending, passive-aggressive Hillary Clinton, we're going to help the black community smile, but when we're really responsible, putting most of them in jail and jumpstarting this oppression-based economy. There's a lot of organizations out there, and we don't want to reinvent the wheel. And she did that little stupid smile, that they give you that little pat on the back,
the nice condescending pat.
Reinvent the wheel, so you can just look that up yourself. And it was just it was crazy, because these people from the mayor's office. You're sitting in front of people from this Caribbean community
who are contributing a lot to the money of New York City
and looking for answers.
$100 billion per year.
And they sat up there and they campaigned for De Blasio, because it's campaign years coming up. 100%. It's so De Blasio's doing this and that, but they didn't really do anything. Well, who's the dude who worked?
We didn't get any straight answers. We really did, aside from Brooklyn Defenders and a little bit from the human rights dude. Yeah. He gave a little bit. Yeah. But really, that's why I wanted to give you guys the disclosures. Guys, this is coming from the office of the mayor, okay? But it's look, you gotta look at it and
wait, hold on. It's coming from the office of the mayor, but the things we said at the end of the day, came from the person who was really there for us,
exactly,
which was the lady from the Brooklyn Defenders. So still, even though all that we're saying, all that BS, blah blah blah, But remember, ID,
Yeah.
attorney.
Yeah.
ID
Don't
attorney.
discredit all the information just because it's coming from the office of the mayor. The main point we're trying to give to you guys is
You can defend yourself.
Is that you can defend
ID
yourself.
attorney.
Exactly.
Well,
You can
yeah.
defend yourself. And
like,
really,
but expose that.
you gotta realize that a lot of these city organizations, y'all gotta do more. Like,
They don't really care.
Y'all,
you know?
yeah, you're not doing
They
it.
sat in a room full of people with serious concerns, and you know what? We might have to bring up the people's champ.
Go Paul!
People's champ. After
Uncle,
all the
go
questioning,
Paul!
you know, Rich, he asked a question about
Police brutality.
Police brutality.
Okay, so let me just say this. So we had to do a brown dude, right?
Police officer,
right? And I straight up said to him, you know, he gave some information, but he even said it himself. He knows that the people in New York said we don't trust officers.
Yeah.
And rightfully so.
And if they're having an immigration event, and if you see the boys in blue, you're not
gonna go. You see cops, that's the last thing you want to do.
No.
And we have a right to feel that way. There's a lot of fucked up shit that NYPD be doing, right?
They're not
But I
trustworthy
think
group.
what cops need to do, and he gave information about an outreach program. He gave information about a youth program, about a youth cricket league with the NYPD.
They're not admitting to what's really the situation.
So what I said was, I said, look, we need to understand that racism happens institutionally, and it happens specifically in the NYPD. So what do you do if you're illegal
Drag them.
and you
Drag the
are
NYPD.
a victim of police brutality?
Yes, bitch.
You know what I mean?
Yes,
Exactly.
Drag them. And
So
you know, what he said?
we didn't get a straight answer.
What
All he said, he straight up said,
if the cops beat your ass, what he say?
he said straight up, like any other brutality case, just call the cops. You know who else said that? I'm pretty sure, like, when white people were going around lynching black people, and they were like, if you guys need help, call the police. And guess what? The police were also doing fucking lynchings.
Hey, whoever beat your ass, why don't you call them for help?
So come on.
How you gonna call a person who beat your ass for help?
You can't expect us as immigrants to come through when racism is happening on the level when people who are supposed to protect us.
Anybody who
come on.
Anybody who doesn't have to tan because they were blessed with the gift of melanin is gonna be abused.
We got a lot of
Hispanics.
listen, we got a lot of West Indian cops in the force. I see it all the time at the Pagua parade, all right? Trying to keep shit organized. We got a lot of West Indian cops in the force right now, all right? Especially here at the
out here whining on the Parkway.
at the Liberty Ave precinct, all right?
Whining in the Parkway.
Yeah, exactly.
Most cops asked that day off. It's actually the second most asked day off.
Yeah,
because
I don't know if you know.
after Christmas.
They don't want Labor Day parade because you get too much wine.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it breaks the
But
pelvis.
like Patrice said, little wine never hurt nobody.
Exactly.
Yeah, let's
Look,
drag them.
look,
Let's drag them.
I'm trying to tell you what, that city officials, y'all need to do more than just go to a panel and talk. You need to make the yes, you got it in different languages, but you're not connecting because we have fear. We have fear.
The thing is, like, I don't think they care. They know.
Yeah.
They know. Like, one of the things, like, don't think they're as stupid as they think. Like, don't think they're stupid. Don't think, like, they didn't know there was going to be this oppression-based economy built off this. They knew. They knew off the rip.
Yeah.
So, those people who came there, they didn't tell us anything. They just had a condescending smile the whole time.
The officials of the city,
and
not the nonprofits. For
yeah.
example, I gotta give shout, like I said, to Brooklyn Defender Services. We gotta give a shout to Sadana. We gotta give a shout to Drum. We'll talk more about them later.
Yeah.
We gotta give a shout out to let me see, where's the LGBT thing?
Oh yeah, Caribbean Equality.
Yeah,
Project.
Caribbean. Yeah, we gotta give a shout out to you guys. But I'm saying we're saying specifically
Even these people too.
Yeah.
Jahi sisters.
Yeah. A shout out to Jahaji. Let me say this right. Jahaji sisters, okay? They're having an important event coming up at the end of March. We'll go more into that later. But specifically, city officials.
women.
New York City officials. Come on, y'all. Come on.
But the thing is, here's the thing. We can't wait. We can't wait for people. The people who, they're partially also responsible for setting this thing up because how they don't care. They also bear responsibility. So we as people, we can't wait for the people who set this up to come to our rescue.
Yes.
We're going to have to empower ourselves.
Exactly. And that's what the champ of the day, I've been saying his name all the time. We haven't been going into what he said.
The
We gotta
people's
talk about Go Paul. His name is
Go Paul!
Okay, so we're at this panel today. Go Paul. you know, he got up. Yo, Gopal got
The
up.
last question of
The
the day.
very last question came the hardest question, okay?
Gopal.
This is what Gopal word for word said. This is why he was the people's champ, the realest one there.
People's champ.
Gopal got up, he the word for it, he said,
Indo-Caribbean
he
man.
said, okay, my name Gopal.
Gopal.
All right, my name Gopal.
Yes.
And he said, what do we do if the people do not have the confidence? Because it is very easy for you to sit up here on this panel and say, okay, do this and do this.
Drag them,
But,
Gopal.
you know,
Drag them, Gopal.
people are afraid.
Drag them.
Which is truth. People are afraid.
Yeah,
And this is what
bitch.
Gopal said. He said, it's easier for you, but what about immigrants? You make $4 an hour.
Expose them, Gopal.
Okay? Your mother is dying from cancer, 67 years old.
Yes.
Okay?
Bitch.
You have no money. And
Nobody.
the one thing he said, one thing.
Talk that talk.
The one thing he said was, he said, we have ID NYC. I have this make me feel confident.
Confidence because
you have an ID.
They can't arrest you. That's why you're like, yo, cop that ID.
Right, exactly. So Gopal, what you could feel the frustration.
But guess what? They asked, why hasn't ID NYC come to this community?
Exactly. Where is ID NYC in Richmond Hill?
And guess
What answer did we get?
That condescending, I practiced my Hillary Clinton smile for 20 years, goes, well, we don't have any plan to, but we'll do something in the future that, fuck you. That's what she said.
Yeah, that's exactly how it felt too.
You know?
Yeah.
That's what she get. And you know what? I remember when she was introducing herself, that's how I knew it was going to be bullshit. She's like, oh, well, I haven't been here in a while, but I remember when I was campaigning, I was like, oh, my.
Yeah.
You remember she was bragging about her campaign?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
bitch, we scared for our lives here, and you talking
Yeah.
about yourself.
Fucking campaigning.
They don't care about you. But yeah, bro. But like, that's how it is, man. There's fear in our hearts.
100%. I think the most important thing, in the community, when we want to uplift our Caribbean immigrants, the most important thing is to keep it real.
Yeah.
Okay? And we need to, how do we do
honest.
that? We need to relate to people through their culture, because one thing that, honestly, it really makes me, I'm not even really upset. It makes me more sad than anything, is that we have intelligent, beautiful Caribbean people out there, and culture isn't at the forefront. Instead, it's more so like, all right, how do I do this? And I couldn't understand why, you know what I mean? But we gotta put more value in our culture, because at the end of the day, nobody is like us. Nobody is like us.
And then the one thing I have to say about like that whole panel, besides the Brooklyn Defenders shit, because she was at the end and she kept it real. That's why we keep telling you, like, yo,
Go to Brooklyn Defenders.
But like, they were talking about it, but I was waiting, like, when are you gonna say from our perspective? When is someone gonna put out a hypothetical?
And she was the last speaker, and it took nearly like an hour and a half before we finally got the info.
So when are we gonna get someone put a hypothetical, like, yo, my kid gets,
and I just want you to know, this is not us shitting on the event. This is us talking about something much more important. It's talking about that there needs to be more connection between NYC officials who represent, the government of New York City and their immigrant communities.
But the question at hand is, do they truly care?
Yeah.
And honestly, my personal opinion, no.
Do they care?
My opinion.
Do they care overall?
Well, to a degree.
Yeah.
Let's say to a degree.
I think one important thing.
To a degree.
To a degree. I think what we really need to look at though is that you do have people who are trying to do. You know what I mean?
Not everyone
is like it. Yeah. So don't take it like strictly at face value. All right. But because you do have people, like I said, these nonprofit organizations trying to network with these city officials. You know what I mean? Yes. And I think that the way to really do it, man, this is what I was saying to a lot of the people there, a lot of the nonprofits, especially Drum. Let me give a shout out to Drum. Will, we want to give some information on Drum just so you guys know who he is, all right? So Drum is, it's this thing called Daisy's Rising Up and Moving, all right? His dude was started by William Drum, super cool guy. I spoke to him for about an hour today. Talk to him, reach out to their organization, all right? And they're gonna reach out to you too. But they handle racial and immigrant justice. They handle global justice. Right now, they're one of the people. Will actually hit me up with some knowledge I didn't even know about. They're trying to gentrify Liberty Avenue. What? trying to get rid of all our Caribbean businesses, all the roti shops, through zoning laws. And for those of you guys who don't know, pretty much a zoning law is you go into an area and you change pretty much like the type of businesses that are allowed to be there based on location laws, okay?
They're coming for the roti shops.
Yeah, and maybe you guys saying, okay, so whatever, you got new businesses coming in. What's the big deal, right? If a roti shop gets replaced, I don't know, by a McDonald's or a Whole Foods, what's the big deal? But you have to understand is that how does that affect the people? Well, landlords are gonna look at it and like, yo, they're raising the price of all these things.
It's not the price of rum. They're raising price of rent in the budget.
No. Okay. So you understand?
And the hipster come and take on the roti.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm a man who loves me wine.
I's a man don't drink and drive. I's a man don't beat my wife. That's what I'm trying to say. Caribbean
Why
people,
they put raisin in the roti?
We're just out here trying to make it. So
they gonna put raisins in the roti. Do you
telling
want?
you.
All right. So this is how we're gonna fight back. All right. This is what we're gonna do.
Imagine doubles go from $1 to $7.
No. This. Is
Imagine that. Imagine that.
We're gonna fight back. This is about to be like Home Alone, but Caribbean alone. And this is how we're gonna keep the Caribbean people alone. We gotta be innovative. So when they invade, when the army comes, when they send, the cavalry in, I want all the Tassa bands to go to their neighborhood and play Tassa all night long. We put all the Indian weddings on the same day.
I want all my steel pan people to come out. I want you to do a collab with a tune with the Tassa people.
Hey, I know you guys with the Honda Civic, nothing but a big ass speaker in the back seat. You can't even hear the music. You just want to shake
through.
You just want to shake the houses, put the alarms off. You better be blasting rump
Y'all
up.
wasting your time going to these car shows. Come through to the protest.
Yes, blast that music.
All right, because then everybody will notice you. All right, y'all want to get attention on your car. Come through to the protest.
You know when you make that one curry, that one food where you can't cook it inside the house. You gotta cook it in the backyard.
Aunties,
you gotta cook it in the backyard.
Aunties, I want you to bring the big kahari.
All of them.
I want you to bring pounds of curry powder.
I want you to make a Kahari roadblock. Right? Just everyone out there, a Kahari roadblock.
I want you to bring a big pot spoon.
Yes,
and I want you to have a whole line of Kahari. I want you to stir that curry. Stir that curry so they can smell that shit 3 blocks. All right. Now all my chachis who like to drink their rum and watch cricket.
Yes.
All right. I want all of you to come through with your phones.
Get the protests.
I want all of you right now download ESPN and the Cricket Info app. All right. And I want you to stand in the middle of the street. And I want you to stand with a bottle of El Dorado in your hand. And I want you to plug your phone into the speakers. And I want you to broadcast the fucking cricket across the whole neighborhood so they know what's going on before they even get there. All right?
That's right.
That's right. That's right.
This whole revolution.
All right? This is how it's going to go down. This is the Caribbean Revolution, all right?
That's right. That's right. So you better blast your dance hall. Blast your soca.
I want, speaking of Jamaica, my Jamaicans, I want to see a dogger in from every single treetop.
We might have to, I know how you do in Jamaica, where you see the big ass speakers. You coming home from school, you see them big ass speakers. You know the weekend's about to be lit. We blocked the road off. We'll say we're having a block party. We blocked the road with the big ass speakers.
I think we should do it by levels, bro. So like it'll start with like the level 1, then you have the final boss, and the final boss will be like the dance hall dog.
Marvin the Beast. We gonna hit up Marvin the Beast.
Will be the final boss before standing right in front of the road shop when the bulldozer comes through. Marvin the Beast will come through.
Trust me.
All right.
When them gentrifiers see Marvin the Beast doggering a chick on the fire escape. All right. He's doggering Cindy on the fire escape, and the DJ says, "Oh God, Jesus Christ! Skin ship on. When they see that, the fear.
Yeah.
The fear will be
That's
in
how
their
you
heart.
get gentrifiers out of your neighborhood.
Fight back with the culture. Culture overload. Just
like
culture overload.
Like Kes says, culture will save us from everything. Okay.
Talk about this culture, bro.
All right. So that's what I'm saying. This is why culture is so.
I know we're doing jokes
man.
and everything, but like
nah, but real talk, real thing, man, real thing. Okay, Caribbean culture. First of all, both of us, me and Kendrick, so we travel, and
we're fortunate enough.
Yeah, we're fortunate enough to travel because our parents who came through as immigrants set shit up and had a plan and they thought about it and they did really well. And shout out to my mom and dad.
Yeah, same thing.
Shout out to my mom. Shout out to Auntie Lasso right now coming through. All right, you got to shout out to all the Caribbean people out, all the Caribbean mom and dads who made all it
the moms,
right
the
now.
aunties.
Working, my mom working fucking $2 an hour. Just trying to get a green card,
parents, they're working 6 days a week.
Exactly. This is the struggle.
They don't even begin like wage increases unless they do mad overtime.
Exactly. So we got to give a shout out to our parents.
That's the thing. Like we're able to travel, but like
yeah,
I always thought you had to be rich to do it.
Exactly. No,
but for us, it was more like they gave us the opportunity
to do it, and they supported us too.
They supported and gave you the opportunity.
Exactly.
We're able to like finesse it and do it on the
So
low.
what does culture have to do with this? First of all, Caribbean culture, man, there's nothing like it in any part of the world. There really is. There's no other, there's Soca nowhere else. It's just a mix. There's nowhere else on the planet where you're gonna find such an incredible mix where you find Indian, Black, Chinese, Indigenous. So you're gonna find all of these people coming to white too. Even white people coming together. Spanish people.
They have it in America, but it's like more like a division.
It's different. It's
different. Brazil, but it's more of a division.
So how do we use
Singapore
culture?
is also mad diverse.
Singapore is mad.
Malaysia's diverse too.
But Singapore has that big ass divide between the Hindus and the Muslims. You know what I mean?
Some of our Caribbean countries have the same.
Yeah, but
so you can't.
But
they had the same divide.
But the difference between those countries and the Caribbean is like Caribbean, we shared a culture. You don't have that in Malaysia. In Malaysia, you have the Hindus that came through based on oppression, and then you have the Muslims that came through.
The same shit with the brown Guyanese people.
Actually, believe it or not, one of those girls that I talked to, her name is Danik. Yo, she sent me a Snapchat, bro. Her family was getting married. They did the same shit. They were dancing in the living room, listening to Rum Is My Lover, doing the fucking. They were doing it, and I texted her right away. I was like, "Yo, this is dope." And they even have shit that I didn't even know about. She told me, I think it's this thing called a kwa kwa. I was like, "Yo, what is that?" And she was like, yo, it's a big circle that everyone dances on. And I was like, yo, we don't even have that. And that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Out here.
Caribbean people, y'all gotta realize that we all different races. Right? But we share the shit. We share the culture, We share the culture. And, y'all gotta look at, how do we use this culture to uplift our people? And one of the ways you could do that, if you are someone and you want to make a difference, you gotta make your shit appeal to your people. You gotta talk to them in their language. You gotta think like them.
Yeah, like when we're talking to the groups, you're just like, hey, why don't you guys advertise this immigrant thing through like
Andrew Too Real, Cooley Graham, shout out to you guys for, really doing some funny ass shit on Instagram.
There's some Haitian ones, Cello, Haitian Poppy, things like that. There's more like Haitian things.
No, but still.
Yeah, but still, like, do stuff
Think
like
of the following that you guys have.
I Love Soca, things, all those accounts.
Even if it's just like Tribe,
Success Junior, Tribe, some of the artists.
Even if y'all are club promoters, you got so many club promoters out here. Come on.
Stand in solidarity. Do a little thing.
Y'all gotta do a little thing, man.
And to be honest, it's only for your benefit.
Yeah, it only helps you guys. It increases your image so much more.
Increase your image. You
get more support.
It's on brand and be like, yo, this is a good guy. I trust this person.
Exactly. So pretty much, long story short, what we're trying to say is like, why can't you have like all this information? Why can't you give it directly to people who have a big following, like Andrew Too Real or what's the one?
Haitian Poppy.
Haitian Poppy. Or
why
can't club promoters also put up just like a post?
Or even
on the website.
Artists.
Or even some artists, come on, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Caribbean people, we gotta support us, like, come on.
No, we need solidarity, like, solidarity, like, it's like, at the end of the day, I don't think people realize this monstrosity that we're really
dealing. We're up against an oppression-based economy.
A multi-billion-dollar
industry,
economy. This, like, we're gonna get into some shit, but, like, this immigration thing, this is just an offshoot
Yep.
of what already has been based in America, which
For
has been
so many,
an
since the inception
oppression-based-
of the country.
It's been an oppression-based economy, pretty much off, black, any colored
Yep.
people really, but
Yep.
mainly black.
Mainly black, yeah.
Because slavery ended and they never wanted to let go, so they had to keep evolving the system.
Exactly.
And it got to this point where now it's a multi-billion-dollar industry. You might invest in mutual funds and blah, blah, blah. Guess what? Some of your money goes to GEO Group, CX,
Vanguard.
What's it? CX?
I think it's
They changed their groups. It's like Civil Core.
yeah.
But
GEO and like CX something.
So a lot of people are investing in this thing, and it's multi-billion-dollars. And the reason, the same way those mayors, the people who work for the mayor's office, a lot of them, well, not all of them, because the one dude who worked for the ID shit, he was real.
Yeah.
Because he did drum too, so he understood.
Absolutely.
But the same way they were saying, you're right across from me. I'm a human being right across from you. And you're giving me this shit? Mm-hmm. And I'm telling we're going to be scared. Mm-hmm. You know the fear. And you're just
yeah.
Like you're a little Japanese schoolgirl, fuck out of here, kawaii, bitch.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So it's you
need to appeal to culture, man. You can't just talk to people and just be like, hey, here's all the information. Just come, and that's up to you to spread it. You know what I mean? We need to do more than that. And I really think, why culture is so fucking important is because, if you lose that, imagine if we lost all our music, if we lost all the soca music, we lost calypso, we lost dancehall, we lost kumpa, we lost everything, bachata, zouk, everything. Okay, that's a whole thing just gone, all right? So then what are you left with? You lose your food next. They lock all of you up in prison. All right, you have no culture. Your identity is gone. It's extinct.
But the thing you gotta understand, they've been trying to beat it out of us for the longest time. They try to beat us out of us, and we come back with something new. We come back with something stronger. But we gotta take it to the next step.
Yeah.
And the next step is, all right, now we came back with because some things we have this expressiveness, this joyfulness. And you look at Africans, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
You look at who's always dancing, doing all expressive stuff. It's like the same people. Mm-hmm. The chutney stuff. You look at the brown people. You feel me? It's so they beat this out of you, all this thing, but we still have it in our heart. But what we got to do, we got to take it to the next step, and the next step is using this culture to bring solidarity. And solidarity means we move as a unit. We got to stop all this infighting. We got to realize, if we don't come together, they're just going to pick us off one by one. But as a group, we're a force. And that's why we're coming out here to tell you, there are things you can do. Because it's scary. It's scary. A lot of people don't tell you, it's scary. But like he said, when he got, what was his name? RuPaul, right?
Gopal.
I almost called him RuPaul, man. Yeah, Gopal, when he said, I had the ID. I had the confidence.
Exactly. Yeah. And
that's what we're trying to do. If we get this solidarity, we all gonna have the confidence.
And that's another important thing. I think Caribbean people, one of the main things I want to point to you is don't look at your culture and your social life and your professional life as three different separate things, because it's not. Okay? Your culture should be carried over with you, whether you're working in the professional realm, whether you're in your social life, or whether you're just hanging out with your friends. It's just something that you need to be proud of and something you need to promote. For example, whenever I meet people who don't know soca, who don't meet reggae, who don't meet dancehall, I'll always be like, guys, let me play a song real quick, If you're a professional and you really care about uplifting Caribbean people, because in the end, uplifting your own race helps you too, so you should care about it.
It's about solidarity. It's about having
don't
unity.
Separate things like soca from clients. If you can relate to a client through soca, if you can relate through a client
through culture,
through food,
introduce people to food is crazy.
Don't be ashamed. Don't be ashamed. Don't just look at things like Collygram and Andrew Too Real and all these comedy based Instagrams as something that can only be spoken about in the personal field.
Right?
Rep it. If you're at work and someone comes to you and they're Caribbean, or even if they don't know, be like, hey, let me put you onto this. And that's one thing that I really advocated today is y'all gotta do this. Y'all gotta fucking take your culture and put that shit into other spheres of your life.
The thing is, the whole overarching goal.
No, that's fine. You're good. You're good.
Yeah, but that shit you just said was too loud.
Yeah. Yo, shout out to Christian Thane. Y'all check him out his Instagram, Christian Thane.
He's gonna blow before all of us. So when he blows up, all right, you're gonna hear about this, and we're gonna be groupies spending all his money. but like, so what is it?
Yeah.
So the whole thing about like the reason why it's saying shared culture, blah blah blah. At the end of the day, this whole thing is about bringing pride and unison because we have to act as a group because there's a group targeting us right now, and what they try to do with our group is create division. They'll separate, the black and brown people. Because usually, pretty much we use black as like the lowest standard point, and then at least I'm not like them, and they try to make you aspire to
exactly.
But you can't move like that. The world's not supposed to be like that. You feel me? So what we're trying to this is fighting back through culture, through realizing this is who we are.
Yes,
this is what we're proud to be. Because with that, we'll get a community. With that, we'll get mentorship. And with that mentorship, we can uplift us, all right? The thing is, like, we always say, lift as you climb. So when we move up, we're trying to bring
other
others
people
up.
with us.
We're not trying to attack them. We're not trying to be like the businesses that pretend to like, because they're trying to get their quick money. We think long term. They're like, we got to get a green card. Here, pay us some money, and they're fake business.
Yeah.
So that's those people you call consumer affairs on. But yeah.
Exactly. It's like, Caribbean people, I know. Huh?
We can make it.
Yeah, no, of course. Yeah. This is gonna be a fucking long ass podcast. Y'all better tune in. But that's the thing. We more than ever, like right now, man, like that's the thing. Like I'm looking at how do we really get our culture out there? So for example, we speak a lot about bridging the races, right? I know, look, I'm gonna just say it straight up. Guyana's a perfect example. We got black people, we got Indian people, we got Chinese people, we got indigenous people, okay? This whole shit, all the fighting that was going on in my parents' generation, my grandparents' generation, Indian people, you gotta stop this racism against black people, I know a lot of fucked up shit happened. There's been a lot of fighting. That's all you knew when you were growing up. But look at, like Machel said, today we living in the present right now.
Push the culture forward,
push the culture forward because look, Black Caribbean people, Indian Caribbean people, Chinese Caribbean people, we all, Native American and indigenous people, we share that culture.
We all together, man.
We all together in this. I know a lot of fucked up shit happened. All you have a lot of painful memories. A lot of you probably lost people you really love and care about, and that influences the bias and the look that you have on black people and other races. But we gotta fucking stop this shit.
Because it's really the predators, man.
Yeah.
They're really, honestly, I'm not even gonna associate them with white people. Because you know what? They play white people too.
Yeah, white people do get played. Especially poor whites, Poor whites, y'all get played too.
So I'm not even gonna associate them with them. I'm just like the predators.
Yeah.
I mean, they're predators. They're savages.
Yeah.
They don't care.
Yeah.
They're gonna do the Hillary Clinton smile in your face.
Yeah. And don't let that be your benchmark for what success is, guys. Like,
they have no benchmark.
Yeah, that's another thing you gotta say too. No Caribbean people, y'all gotta fucking create a benchmark of what it means to be a successful Caribbean person, okay?
They don't know no respect for that culture.
Because
listen to the benchmark. Listen to the benchmark.
This is why the culture is so important. And the rum. Listen to rum. That's the rum. You can pour some in mine. Pour some in mine. I need some. Let me pour it over the spill, man. Hold up.
Yo, we probably gotta stop drinking punching, man.
Yeah, nah. We can punch and we'll eat our liver out.
No, it's just that I'm too used to it.
Oh, because punching is a benchmark. It's a benchmark thing.
Come on, because I'd be feeling some ting by now. But I'm not.
That's actually damn. I ain't feeling a little ting either.
Because usually too much punching, bro.
Usually this one I'm like, because I'm always like, yo, Candace, I'm feeling a little ting. I got punching. You want some punching?
We're drinking punching. Yo, I was like,
that's true. Actually, I didn't even realize that. I'm not feeling ting. Like I always feel my ting. Yeah, we gotta drink some punch.
Damn, bro.
Fuck, it's punching overproof, bro.
Yo, what's going on? We've been drinking too much punching. Because the first time I had punching, it was like, damn.
Both of us, bro.
It was like, I can't believe I'm drinking this stuff, and then we kept drinking it. And it was
punching. All right, hold on.
Dog.
Let me finish this thing, and then we're gonna have something.
Yo, so much punching.
We're talking about the benchmark of success, right? So currently,
let's shout
a
her
lot,
out.
a lot of Caribbean
Talk that
people.
talk.
I'm gonna say it right now, a lot of Caribbean people, y'all see successful white people, right? And that's what you want to emulate because they have money. But don't do that. That's not the same benchmark of success for us. If you really want to look at someone who is successful, and on the real, like when I think of everybody in my life, this girl. This woman is the most one of the most inspirational people that I know in my life.
Money is not the main thing.
Nah, it's not.
I mean, you need money to.
You do need money, but
like,
here's the thing. You also need to
all
uplift
money.
your
All
people.
money is not good money.
I want to give a
money
shout
not good
out
money.
to the awesome. She's pretty much my older sister. I want to give a shout out to Minta Kilawan. She, for those of you guys don't know, she's an incredibly gifted woman. She studied. She's a lawyer. Okay, so she studied. She studied at Fordham Law.
Right.
Fordham
She
Law.
listened to her immigrant parents.
Yes.
Lawyer, doctor. She chose lawyer.
She chose lawyer. She's incredibly gifted. She's always been so incredibly smart.
Talk.
The most important thing is that she's a leader. Okay.
Leader. We
And
lead our people.
what we mean by that is that she puts together organizations like Sarana, to really uplift Caribbean
Because
people.
we need unity. We need solidarity. Talk that talk.
Yeah, absolutely. Look her up. Minta Kilawan.
Wait,
She's a
let's
lawyer.
Shout out to her organization real quick.
Shout out to Sarana Coalition of Progressive Hindus. I want to give a shout to her husband too, Rohan Narayan, for being, also supporting it and also being one of the people to really push
that's the thing we
Caribbean
need. We need
people
people
forward.
to support her.
That is the benchmark of success, okay?
That's
And we
benchmark.
really do need y'all because
Benchmark.
she's doing a great job, but we need more support.
We need all of us.
Okay? Don't look at it as like, yo,
even if you're Caribbean American, support your Caribbean
yeah,
people.
absolutely
And your
support
Caribbean
them.
people support your Caribbean American people.
Yeah.
We uplift.
Be there because this is we have to create a new benchmark of success.
Benchmark for all of us.
Okay?
all right?
Seriously.
And that is in solidarity. We need mentorship. Mentorship to uplift us forward. All right. We're trying to lift as we climb. And when we climb together.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's the benchmark. That's why culture is so important because culture is what connects all of us together.
This doesn't just apply to Caribbean people. It applies to all people.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Respect yourself. Respect
Yeah.
your agency.
Yeah. You think Jewish people, if they thought the same way that we did, you think they would go around rocking their yarmulke while they're making millions of dollars? They don't fucking hide that shit.
Yeah.
Why should you hide your culture?
That's right. Yarmulke, swag.
Exactly. Like, but think about it though.
When I was young, I used
For
to,
real,
I used to
like-
think the yarmulke was like a little camel hump. And I used to say, no, real shit. I used to think, I used to think like the yarmulke. No.
That's the same shit about turbans.
I thought it was the most innovative. When I was a little kid, I thought it was the most innovative thing. Like, because they'll go to pray, and while you praying for mad long, so you wild thirsty. But then you take off the yarmulke. They swag it out too. They'll have like a Mets yarmulke. They'll have like a freaking Yankees yarmulke, and you take that off, and you get a, So you hide your little ramen thing. You hide their Manischewitz. The Manischewitz.
You can take a
I
little
fucking
ting.
hate the Manischewitz. Manischewitz is trash. For
I
some
don't even know
reason,
what that is, but okay.
all right, so Manischewitz, it's like this, it's like, for some reason, okay, it's this wine, it's like this sweet wine that, like, Jewish people use for ceremonies. That's how
okay.
But for some fucking reason, my dad's side of the family thinks it's just this fancy shit. They think it's like, it's like, we have the Manischewitz. Oh, you switch to white oak, he upgrades you, like Beyonce said, to punching. Wow, the quality punching.
Wait, put this in.
And yeah.
Wait, let me add a little ice to the ting.
All right, so the Manischewitz, it's like this traditional, like, you use it for ceremony wine. For some reason, like, my dad's side of the family, they think it's like this traditional shit. And like my uncle on my dad's side, like, he's like Jewish, he's like white Jewish. And he's just like, wait, why are you guys drinking? This is not Manischewitz, by the way. This is the sweetest thing. The sweetest, the strongest thing. It sounds mad creepy whispering in here.
Go.
But guess what? We drinking punching.
Drop a Angostura bitters. You need a little coconut water in your ting.
Because you got to protect yourself, protect the.
Gotta stay hydrated.
Get your electrolytes.
Gotta stay hydrated.
And you gotta get the
guys.
natural electrolytes, not like that fake ass Gatorade shit. Well, Gatorade's cool.
Look at that coconut water.
Gatorade's named after the University of Florida team.
Yeah, the Gators.
Yeah. But yeah, man, they think Manischewitz is fancy, but
That's interesting.
Not. Yeah.
But long story short, y'all Caribbean people, don't hide your culture. Oh yeah, that's what we're gonna talk about. If you lose your culture, like I said, with Trump being build fucking wall,
we're in a band of rum.
There's a lot of people, a lot of kids out there getting bullied right now, and I know.
You know what the shit.
Now you gotta look at it. Bullying. It's a really fucking big thing. Not just bullying, but like racist bullying. All right, that's something that not a lot of people talk about.
And they know it's so. First grade.
Yeah.
They already know about something. All right, you know the crazy.
Especially with the internet too.
But not even that. The internet's wild.
Yeah.
Like the crazy thing, so when I went to South Carolina and I I visited my cousins, blah blah blah. And my cousin, she asked me, she's like, so, cause like I was like, I keep it real when I talk to little kids. I don't talk to them like little kids. And she's like, so is it true that, cause we're Haitian, so like she's like, is it true that Dominican people don't like us? And I was like, yo, wait, what? First of all, she's in South Carolina, so where did she find that out? And second of all, like, yo, like she's mad young. How did she know that? And she was asking me like honestly, and I was just like, I told her the truth. Like, yeah, there's different scenarios because by how people were colonized, there's like historical things. But I always try to leave people on a positive vibe. So I was like, right now. The younger people, they're not really with all that. They see through all that, and you should too, but don't be like surprised that it's not that. But I try to leave it like, this, because at the end of the day, I'm trying to push the culture forward. So I'm just trying to tell them like, because this is like, well, not Charleston, but like Somerville, like right outside of Charleston. There's no Haitian people there. So but the one thing, at least she knew she was Haitian. A lot of people won't even know that fact. She was really young to just say that. To know like that cultural background.
She already has an attachment and an identity with the culture.
She probably doesn't. She doesn't know the language, but like she at least have that.
But culture. She has an identity. Yeah, she identifies herself with it, which is so important.
And then she saw like, oh, is this really an issue? And right now it is somewhat. It is somewhat an issue. But I was just trying to leave her on a positive note. But I wasn't gonna like lie to her. But I was like, the young people aren't with that. They're you see like Haitian people and Dominican girls all the time, or Haitian. You see like a Dominican guy and a Haitian girl, blah blah. So like, you're in the same fucking island. So stop that shit. Right?
Absolutely. Same thing.
They're the same
thing with all the Guyanese people and the Indians and black. Stop that shit. For real.
Because you know what? They're targeting all of you guys.
Yeah.
All of you.
Yeah. And you know what? I'm really glad that like you brought that up, bro. Because you know what? That's a good example of like, when you have like young kids and like you already have like something where you're like, like you're Haitian and like that already has some sort of meaning for a kid. Like I'm gonna give you guys an example because I didn't have that growing up. Like growing up, my parents came to this country. They did pretty well for themselves, like monetary wise and business wise. They made a decent amount of money and they were able to give me like a home to live in and stuff like that and have a good life, a privileged life. But going to school because my parents didn't know, the first thing they did was sent me to an all white school. I didn't have any Guyanese friends growing up. I had family members, but like I spent like a good amount of my life going to a school in Howard Beach, which for those guys not from New York know, it's a predominantly Italian American neighborhood.
That's the Gotti land.
Yeah, that's like NYC mafia land and shit like that. And I kid you not, I was literally the only colored person in my class.
I think I don't know if that's a good thing.
After my friend, she graduated. For a while, I was the only colored person, probably in the entire school for like a good 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, but what is that like? Because I'm not sorry to cut you off.
Yeah, no, tell me.
Because I was talking to someone, he was like,
tell me,
he lives on Long Island. But when I went to the network event, he lives on Long Island, and his kids goes to school with like, they go on play dates and stuff, but there's all like rich white kids. Their parents are all hedge fund managers. They all live in mansions. So when they go to play dates, they go to mansion, and it's one of those it's one of those privates like there's Catholic school, okay?
Yeah.
And then there's private,
yeah.
where you pay college, like you pay $40K.
Yeah.
No.
Those things like the guns.
But I was just like, I don't think that's the best.
It's
like
not.
Me personally, I don't think it's the best thing.
They tout themselves as the best thing. But see, that's where immigrants get played though.
But
like,
the thing
for
is,
example,
the
that's
reason
where
why I
immigrants
think
get
it was
played.
dangerous because it's like, yo, your kid is around upper class, like white kids. And the thing is, like, I know that I mean, just from personal experience and your stuff, I know, like, even like, I don't know, man. I feel like minorities not even good at hating, man. What's wrong with us, man? If we're gonna be hate, like,
cause, like, but you know why? It's because we've been oppressed, bro. And we know what that feels
even like when
man.
It's our turn to hate, they don't even be us organized. These people are
like
4chan,
I said, bro. I'm telling you, it's because we know how it feels to be hated,
no. But I'm not talking about those people. I'm talking about the people who, like, I'm gonna do onto, like, them what they do to us. Even them, they can't, like. Because, yo, that white racist organization is insane, bro. As opposed to, like, you know, black people out there. The white man's the devil. That's right.
Yeah.
The white man's the devil. Like, people don't even take you seriously. That's the only reason why they're allowed to talk.
Versus they're not actually going out there and fucking lynching white people.
Yeah,
and
they don't have the organization.
They won't actually take it to that level.
I'm not advocating the violence, but, like, the organization to the point where the kids know, okay, Trump won. I'm going to come in the next day and start chanting, build that wall for all the Mexican kids. And they're in first grade. They don't understand these
what
philosophies.
That even means,
But they're repeating it. And the thing is, your kids are going to be exposed to it.
Yeah.
So, like,
your kids are going to see it.
Your kids are exposed to it, yo.
But, no, I mean, the perspective that I can give on it, what's it like being, like, the only colored person in a predominantly white school.
At a young age.
At such a young age. All right, so this is how it started. I got into that school when I was in first grade. I didn't know what it meant to be colored then, but I remember I still remember the first day of my starting my life there. And maybe some of you guys are already asking me, why would your parents even send you there? For my parents, that was
the best.
That was what sounded
like the best.
That's what fit the American narrative of success.
The best school,
the best school with all the white kids.
Children.
That was a private Catholic school. Because before that, my parents, they based a lot of their shit on just hearsay shit. They didn't actually do their research because they didn't really know how to. They looked at it. They looked at it as like, oh, public schools are bad, and why are public schools bad? Because you have race has a lot to do with it. Race has a lot to do with it. Public school, they look at it. A lot of Indian people will look at it and be like, "Yo, there's a lot of fucking black people in these schools, and they'll beat your kids up, they'll get robbed, and all this prejudice and racism that plays into it."
You don't want that for your kid.
Exactly, and I'm talking. This was probably me. I got into that school when I was maybe like 99, right? So 99, much different. Internet wasn't as developed as yet and shit like that. Yeah, it was still AOL. We were still AOLing back then, and Yahoo only started in like 96. So so look at it that way. Look at it from that perspective.
I got that AOL 2.5 on floppy disk. Hit me up if you want to buy it.
Exactly.
You get 1,000 hours.
Most immigrants didn't even have
1,000. I got AOL 7.0.
We didn't even have a computer.
1,000. Windows 95.
Until maybe like 2003 was when we got like our first computer.
Windows 95, bro.
But anyway, like I'm in the school, my first day of school.
Windows XP.
I already knew. I could just tell from being 6 years old. I just already felt different.
Windows Millennium.
It was like it's exactly like you just felt different.
You knew something was different.
No, I just knew. I knew something was different. I felt like as a kid, because I remember the first day of school, they lined us up in the hallway by alphabetical order. And I just already knew skin color wise, I was different. I looked around, there was nobody else like me. You. And I was trying to find them because in my old school, I had black kids, I had Spanish kids when I was in pre-K, and I was in kindergarten. I had a lot of these, But
why did all the other melanated kids make you feel cool? But then why was it like when you were around white people?
Because here's the thing, white people growing up, you try to be friends, but white kids, when I was growing up, never fully accepted me. Yeah. So what happened then... even the teachers too. There's this disconnect between teachers because I could already tell the way that they treated white kids was different on the first than the way they treated me because they would go to them and they would go to the white kids, right? And I don't want to say that this is word for word what happened. I'm talking a memory of when I was 6. I'm 23 now, right? But
23?
Based on what I remember from back then, I remember that there was already a community for these white kids. And what I mean by that is that the parents were all already friends with the teachers. a lot of the parents already grew up with the teachers. They're all Italian. They all grew up with the teachers teaching there.
Yeah, that community.
They had a community already.
that
I
solidarity.
was not a part of that. I was an outsider coming in.
Mongolian.
And that's how I was treated. And I wanna tell you how important that is, because when you're that person, you'll do anything to impress these people to find your place.
I want to be.
You
Everybody
wanna
wants
be.
to be welcome.
You want to be welcome. You want to be included.
You don't
And
want to be an outsider.
I didn't get that right off the
book
bat.
was
I didn't get
trash.
that right off the bat. I went from like being, when I was 5 years old, I was the fucking head of my class, and I had a lot of friends.
Got that grades.
Yeah.
You got that immigrant grade.
I was, but not only that, if I look at photos of myself at 5, I have photos of me hugging young black kids. I have photos of me hugging Spanish people. I have photos of me, all of us together, actually like playing together and having that exposure. Versus I have photos of me starting in white school, and then photos of I'm literally by myself in a fucking corner.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? So if that visually doesn't speak volumes, it should. And I think you got to look at it in that, minority parents, whether you're black, brown, Spanish, Native American,
admit their
indigenous,
reality.
all of you all have that solidarity. And let me fast forward it now. 9/11 happens, and my mom is fucking volunteering. A woman comes up to her and goes, it was a Halloween party. It was right after 9/11.
Talk that talk.
So right as soon as that shit happened, it was a Halloween party the same
that
year.
talk.
And this woman came up to mom and goes, "So what was your son for Halloween? Was he Osama bin Laden?" And then just straight up just walked away.
And she thought she was Dane Cook when she said that shit.
Yeah.
She thought she killed it.
Yeah. So imagine you have a culture that, and then that's in the parent level, how that translates to kids. From once
youngin.
5th grade on, no, not even. 4th grade on, it was just relentless. It was literally all these kids just coming up to me being like, "You're a fucking terrorist."
What?
Like, kids would straight up say to me like, "Yo, I remember one kid straight up said, "I'm a curry eating bastard." But the whole reason I'm saying is I'm not trying to make you guys like feel some type of way about me. It's not about me. It's not about feeling sorry for me. It's the point that I want you guys to know is that this shit happens to your kids, and it still happens today. And y'all really need to think more.
Now they got the mascot.
Exactly. Y'all really got to look at it more as don't look at what white people, these private schools and shit. It's not the standard for success. It's more important to have your kids learn about themselves.
I know what those kids who go to Dwight and like Horace Mann. I know what they're like. I met the first time I really met rich kids was like, going to Lloyd. I did the internship.
Yeah. I remember you telling me that.
And it was like the first time I seen like these kids like doing coke and shit. They doing wild coke, and I'm just thinking like, they stay harassing black people and Hispanic people. Any person who has melanated skin, really, that's who they harass. And I'm just like, they got all the drugs.
I'm telling you.
These people got all the drugs.
The coke, the heroin, they got all this shit,
But here's the thing. The thing that I learned about, honestly, not all, even rich kids, not all of them are cunts,
Yeah.
Some of them realize, some of them
actually feel guilty for being rich.
Because I remember this one chick, she was like, me and Sue was like, so how much do you pay for your tuition? She's like, "Oh, I'm not gonna tell you. I don't know. I'm embarrassed, blah, blah." And it turns out one day, after a while, she finally told us.
Yeah.
And, they pay $40K a year.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's college tuition.
Yeah.
And the thing is, these schools, they start from K all the way to 12.
Yeah, it's insane.
So they're in this environment
with the same people.
with the same mentality. They don't know what any other people are like.
Yeah.
And these people, so some of these people, they have that's why when you see these politicians and stuff like, do you know what people are like?
Yeah.
Then you understand what they came from is like, I can see why this person's like this.
Yeah.
And the craziest thing, there's one girl, she was kind of hot.
Hey.
She was hot. You know, like how I say. But she was mad cool, and she was like, it was young here.
Yeah.
Come to our brownstone. She had her family owned her home brownstone, blah blah, and she had the Filipino nanny.
Yeah.
So I already understood the whole dynamics between immigrants and them.
Yeah.
Because that was really crazy shit. Mad quick aside, we're the only really colored people, blah blah,
yeah,
working at this museum.
Yeah.
And then there's a bagel shop two blocks away. and we're going to this bagel shop. I was like, yeah, I want your sesame seed with grape and jelly, grape jelly and cream cheese. And like, yeah, it's a mad specific order. And yo, we came in the next day and he already knew our order. And we're like, yo, it's crazy. The service here is insane. How does this brown guy know our order? Yo, this is dope. So then after a while, me and him were sitting there, we're eating our bagels like a couple weeks later, and we're looking at all the people come in. It's like white people rollerblading, not roller skating, rollerblading with their shirts off. And this is when rollerblading was gay, all right? And they're fucking rollerblading with their shirts off. And we're looking at all the people coming in, and we're just looking like, hold up. The only reason why he know our orders because we the only minorities that walk in here. Damn, we thought we were special.
That's what I'm saying, yo, that connection is so important.
It was laughing. We was like, yo, we thought we were special. Like, wow, yo, the service so crazy in the Upper West Side, yo.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, upper 80s. Like, yo, son, this dude knows our order. He knows our order off the rip. That's crazy. The service is amazing. The bagels are dope. It's only because he knew us because, like, hey, you look like me.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. But that's what I'm saying.
I just want to finish some shit. Her, it's just ridiculous. Because I remember I was talking, like, because, we work the cars and then, like, you partner with people.
Yeah.
I was showing her. And I was just like, yo, son, like, I know, like, we're cool because, like, yo, the thing is, like, the reason why she was cool with us.
Yeah.
We're the only people who we didn't give a fuck that she was rich.
Yeah,
She
just kept it
rich.
real. You kept it real.
No, yes, like I'd make mad fun of her. I'm like, I'm sorry you have to take the train like us peasants. I'm sorry we don't have the helicopters come and pick us up and like shit like that. But like she thought it was cool because it was like the first time like yo, we didn't give up like because usually people that care about like her being mad rich blah blah blah. I remember once we met up after like finishing the internship, and I was like the only like immigrant person, and we went to like this sushi spot to meet up, and she was with her friends, and yo, these white woo! Let me tell you, bro, this guy's just sitting here. No one, there's this other kid. Oh, I'm not gonna drive his name. Fuck. I already dropped bad names.
I'm gonna have to put the beeps in, bro.
But like, yo, I just drive his name, but like, yeah, he was like, he went to like some rich Catholic school, whatever. He's like, yeah, so like the other day, like I just snorted coke off the Torah. Like I don't care. And then like, yo, he's bragging, and then like, and then like the other tourists like, yeah, we do like coke all the time, blah blah. And he's like with some girls like, oh, shut the fuck up before I put my dick in you, blah blah. Or we're sitting in this sushi spot, and I'm just like, I'm the only black person there, like. What the fuck? You want an award, bro? Like, I started making mad fun of him. Because I was like, yo, what you want an award? Oh, I snorted coke on the tour. Oh, look at me. Oh, like, what the fuck you want for that shit, son? You think this shit is like, well, you want a cookie, motherfucker? Like, goddamn, bro. You want some homitage for that shit? Like, I was going in, like, yo, you want some homitage for that shit? Snorted coke on the tour. You think it's like an achievement, but like, bro, you just did that shit just to do it so you can talk about it. I be coming straight at
that shit kind of remind me like Xbox Live achievements, right? Imagine the video snore coke off the Torah, and then that shit just appears on the top of the screen.
Snorted coke off the Torah.
10,000 gamer points.
Like, yo, what you doing next, son? You like... Yeah, you smoking weed with the Quran next week, son? You smoking weed with the Quran next week? Like, what the fuck you want? You did that shit because you knew it was controversial and you wanted attention. And like, I knew a little bit about his family background, so I knew why he was acting out like that. Yeah. But you know me, like me being me, you always know like when shit's like going right, even though everyone's saying yes, I'm like, nah, fuck out of here.
Yeah, no, see that's one thing.
That's my personality.
That's one thing I do gotta say too. Of my experience growing up is like, like growing up with these white kids who said a lot of fucked up shit to me, and there's a lot of fucked up shit going on. All right, look at it from the other perspective in that, yo, I'm like the only brown person they've ever come into contact with. And on top of that, we were growing up in a time where like 9/11 happening that like brown people were being vilified.
But here's
that's the only information they ever got from brown people.
Before 9/11, only people on the map Black and Hispanics. 9/11 happened.
And Russians.
But Russians were cool.
But Russians
they were
at
least cool in the
in
the movies. But like, all right, so they were not on target. But after 9/11, but the shit was crazy because you know what? Black and Hispanics were attacking brown people. Like they're not even Muslim. They Sikh. He got a turban on, bro. They wash their feet before they go in the temple.
Yeah,
you were talking to wrong people. You're talking to wrong, but they didn't care. You was brown. You was the enemy, and that shit changed. That shit changed crazy. And some people were trying to be like, "Yo, I gotta show myself as an ally." So they put like the American flag outside their house and shit. And because we live in the neighborhood we lived in, we saw all that shit.
Yeah,
most people didn't see.
Yeah,
that shit.
exactly.
That shit was real.
Exactly.
That shit was real. They were targeting all the brown people.
Yeah,
all the brown people. So make sure if you white, make sure you didn't tan too much. Make sure you didn't tan too much. they might take your name as, Ahid, Assad. Yo, Assad.
You might be a Singh.
Are you Assad?
You never want to be that.
You DJ Khaled, son?
Yeah,
Assad.
exactly.
What you doing at this airport, Assad?
Which is so crazy, bro, that everything is just based off of something that's so generic as skin color.
You.
It's just how you're
not
perceived.
who you really are.
And it's
what
how
they
it's
see
it's
you
really
as.
how you're painted out to be,
And the guy under the
and
guise
how
of
how exposed that person is.
under the guise of white supremacy.
Yeah.
White supremacy rules.
But you know
all.
what? That's a lot of, like crazy shit. But I want to talk about how it's even more important to understand how important it is to find your culture. Because it wasn't until I fucking came to high school and I met my boys.
The
That was yeah. So now that's just what I was saying before. That's when shit is at its worst. But it does get better. You know what I mean? For all my people out there who are being oppressed right now racially, all the young kids being 6 years old. To even if you're 12, you're just becoming a teenager and just starting to discover who you are.
Tell them what Kes said.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Culture will save us from everything. And for my Trini and my thing,
You gotta do the
the culture will save us from everything. Everything. Culture will save us. Which is 100% true because that's what fucking saved me. All right? So, coming from literally an all white school, knowing the same people from when I was 6 to when I was, pretty much 14. And the first, I'm gonna give, first of all, the first Caribbean black friend I ever had was Kendrick's. 100%. You know what it is? You know what it is? The person who, 10 years later, I'm doing the Soca analyst with. And if that doesn't speak volumes, then it should. All right, that's so imagine, you go, that's the thing. You need to go to a school. It wasn't until I went to a school and I was exposed to other Caribbean people.
This is crazy because, you
know what I mean?
For me, my shit was the whole opposite. I went K through 8, but it was mostly black kids.
Yeah,
and
but then you got to Malloy.
It was me going to the white.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't do it. The white school. Fuck you, egg life.
Oh, that Neander banter! Oh, that Neander banter! Oh, that Neander banter! Yeah.
My best friend growing up, though, was he was a white kid. I was like, dang. I was like, yo, Jonathan. Damn, bro. You've been in this, K through 8, and you just been yourself. He didn't act like us.
That's actually cool.
And he was like, yeah, man, I just be myself. I was like, all right, cool. And I took that with me through, going on. Even though I haven't, talking to him, blah, blah, blah. But, when he said that, I was like, damn, because, I'm about to go to school. These white kids, I don't know how they act. They keep charging the nuts for fun. And when I got there, that's what they were.
That's actually so true.
But the thing is, they were kicking each other in the nuts for fun and thinking it was funny. And, going through, with black, brown, Hispanic kids, you didn't see it. We didn't do that shit. Fuck out of here. It's a fight. We don't do that.
Yeah, exactly.
And plus, back then, early 2000s, we was that's when Chi Chi Man was coming out and Log On, and people was wild homophobic.
Yeah. I think the
people wasn't
scariest
even
thing
to eating
too
pussy. How dare
was that growing up as after coming to high school, I had actually come with a few aspects of that racist white shit in myself, and it wasn't until that I met my friends that I have today that that shit changed. When I met my friends who were Haitian, I met my friends who were Trinidadian, I met Brandon who was fucking also Indian like me but still Caribbean, being one of my first Indian Caribbean friends, and realizing he eats the same food as me, he looks like me, and they're so fucking cool, and there's no reason that that thing had to come over, and meeting even Alan, meeting Alan was my first ever Chinese friend, meeting even all the Filipinos, you know what I mean?
I had a mad cool Chinese friend when I was mad young. He used to work at a Chinese shop.
See, that's
no. But his family was a Chinese shop. Every time we'd go in there, I'd be
but that's dope.
And we'd have mad.
That's dope.
So I never had that
that's
whole
dope.
concept.
I remember coming in, my friend. Oh, the thing too was meeting fucking Caribbean girls for the first time in my fucking life. I spent from 1st grade to 8th grade crushing on these fucking white girls.
Oh, how dare
And then
you.
I fucking come through and I finally find Caribbean girls.
The melody!
And I'll never forget that, my first crush was fucking Trini girl. She knew how to whine. And I was like, what is this?
What is this?
This almost fucking blew my mind.
This is a maiden dance.
I was 14,
This is a maiden
oh my
dance.
god.
So
Oh my god. I saw that International Day show. I was like, what are these girls doing whining? I was like, what the fuck is this shit? And I was just like, oh shit.
I don't know what it is, but I like it. Yeah, man.
But nah, even
that's the thing with the culture.
Coming through you could tell though, cause I remember growing up, you could realize that the people that I went to school with as a kid, they had this culture of not sharing. That was one thing I realized. No, but think about it.
I mean, they probably went in.
No.
They didn't share with each other.
No. This is a culture of not sharing. And I remember this because I remember as a kid, they would get lunch and you would ask them for their food and they would always say no. And there was this culture of like, this is mine. And you need to work for yours.
Ooh.
And I remember one day.
Get your bootstraps if you can afford them.
I remember one day my mom actually my mom came to school and she actually surprised me this day. She came to school and she bought like $50 worth of McDonald's.
Oh, not even curry, not even McCurries.
Yeah, she bought $50 worth of McDonald's and she brought it for all the kids at school.
What?
And my mom gave bags of food out to all the kids. And for those 2 days, I was probably the coolest kid
ever.
There
was a kid, his dad used to work with Mr. Softy. We'd get free ice cream once a year.
No, they
did sell weed.
Oh.
But that was the fake ass like brown ice cream truck by the
Majik Man! Shout out to Majik Man! Shout out to Majik Man!
Yo, motherfucker played Vice City. Is like, let me do this shit. He's like, let me sell weed in the ice cream truck too. Let me do this. Yo, he didn't even have the Mr. Salty thing. He had a fucking he had freaking Robbie B on the harmonica. He had Robbie B on the harmonica playing like, I'm selling weed outside. He didn't have to Mr. Salty. He had the harmonica. At least he knew his target market. He knew his target market.
Yes, I can't even talk.
Mr. Cheek Man. You know, 135 LB Mr. Cheeks, but there was also a brown Mr. Cheeks, Mr. Cheek Man selling weed in the ice cream truck. Yo, what happened to him? Yo, by the Hess gas station. All right. Oh yeah, but like,
oh, my stomach hurts. Wait, I can take a sip of my.
Okay. Mr. Cheek Man. Yo, all the stuff that would pop up, like, yo, this is mad deep stuff. Immigration, this is how white people treat you in school, blah, blah. Yo, and then we get to Mr. Cheek. We go from mad deep emotional stuff to Mr. Cheek Man.
My cheek Man.
He's selling weed. And the ice, the ice cream truck looks so hot inside. I'm sure they didn't have no fucking ice.
They're
I'm sure they had no ice cream.
Hot, you know?
It looks so hot inside. It looked like
they got sweat coming into the ice cream.
For real, bro. Like, they had no refrigeration, bro. They just had like that one little fan.
Oh my god.
That's like in the Manila airport.
Oh my god.
Put it there, bro.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I need to take a minute. Hold on.
Mr. Cheek Man. Yo, how did he get the name Mr. Cheek Man? I don't even know his name.
It's not Mr. Cheek Man.
Is that Mr. Cheek Man? I thought his name was Mr. Cheek Man, like Mr. Cheek.
It's Majik Man. M-A.
Majik Man.
M-A-J-I-K. M-A-J-I-K.
I thought it was Mr. Cheeks Man.
It was Majik Man. And they would play this weird ass tune. This weird ass tune.
And it's like, you wonder where all the chutney and the chutney go.
Mr. Majik Man.
The chutney go to Mr. Majik Man. The chutney with the Mr. Majik Man.
I can't.
Mr. Majik Man.
My stomach got
chutney, bro.
I just need one.
Yo.
Oh my god.
Yo.
Oh my god.
Mr. Majik Man.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Wow. Oh.
Yo.
Shit.
Oh fuck.
Oh.
That's crazy because it's like, yo, people listening to this won't know who Mr. Majik Man is, but just hear the laughter of this guy selling drugs
my God.
in the ice cream truck. Like right before Grand Theft Auto even made that shit popular. They're selling drugs in the ice cream truck. Hey, you know the Mr. Softly anthem? He's not even playing that. He's playing like the harmonica and shit. It's not like playing some bootleg chutney CD.
Mister, there's no chutney in the chutney.
We're talking punching, and this is Kendricks, the CDO, the Chief Drinking Officer of the Rummistration of Culture, all right? The Rummistration of Culture. Push the rum, push the culture.
Push your culture. Be a culture advocate.
Solidarity leads to unification, and then we can have, mentorship, and, we uplift, because we uplift as we climb at the Soca Analyst.
Exactly. All right, we'll catch y'all in the next video, next podcast.
All right, boy.
Big up and bless.
Big up.